What about now? Let me know if y'all can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me now. I might have had the damn mute button pressed like a dumbass. Y'all let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if everything good. We good now? Are y'all ready now? All right. Everybody good. All right. Everybody good. All right. Like I said, my brother's not going to be in here tonight. It's just going to be me and y'all. All right. I'll let them know that y'all missed them and stuff. But we got some serious shit to deal with tonight. And I got to start with, I got to go back a couple days and start with July the 4th. I have to start with July 4th because what I remember seeing was trying to put people up on game about July the 4th. I remember telling people that we need to stop celebrating, these holidays, quit partying with or involved in a system that don't fuck with us. All right. We need to stop doing that. We were slaves in 1776. They still celebrated Independence Day while we was in the motherfucking cotton fields. I tell y'all black people this, other black people telling you this every fucking year, and every fucking year y'all still go down or still turn around and wear the flag because y'all feel it's your patriotic duty. You're proud to be a motherfucking American, right? This is what y'all did. Y'all told me, oh, Rob, live a little, have some motherfucking fun. You need to have fun. Like there's the only thing you can do to have fun is barbecue, which you can do any motherfucking day of the week, or just be running around wearing flags and shit, which you can technically do any day of the motherfucking week, but y'all go in for their holiday. All right. This is where we were 2 days ago. Motherfuckers mad at me over the truth about the 4th of July, telling me, hey, I'm celebrating. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I love this country. Some black people, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all took down that motherfucking red, white, and blue flag, and you flew an RBG flag at your motherfucking cookout. If you're going to have a cookout, at least rep your set. At least rep your team when you having your motherfucking cookout. We can't even do that. 2 days later, here they are up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, then shot and killed brother Alton Sterling. Now y'all outraged again. Now we back to, justice for black men or Black Lives Matter. Now y'all back with this shit. Just 2 days ago, you was partying with the motherfuckers. Now y'all back. When are y'all gonna understand that I don't give a fuck what you say? It matters that you're celebrating shit with them. They know you are, just sleep. You still sleep. You don't give a fuck. And they're continuing to kill brothers out here. Alton Sterling is just another one of. But y'all had your flag on. But guess what's going to happen in this situation? Let me go before I just keep going in. Let me explain to you what happened in this situation. All right. There was brother Alton Sterling selling CDs. Now, we all know technically that's illegal, but come the fuck on now. Come the fuck on. But he's selling CDs, right? Minding his business. An anonymous call comes through to 911. We still haven't got the recording of the 911 call, but someone anonymously called. Now, let me say to y'all, I don't know whether this person is black or whether the anonymous call came from a white person. I don't know either way. Let me tell you what I do know, though, is that no matter who made the call, they know exactly what happens when you say, hey, it's a white man or a black man out there with a gun. They know what happens. It doesn't fucking matter if the person was black or white, because the climate that's been created in this society means or equals that you can call and say they got a gun. Somebody black got a gun around this vicinity, and cops coming in gun blazing. Tamir Rice, John Crawford. This has been proven. This has been proven. So everybody knows now. It's kind of like it wasn't ever a cat that's in the bag per se, but everybody knows. You want to even be a regular neighborhood hater? Call the cops on somebody. Yeah, they got a gun. Yeah. They don't know what's going to happen, but they damn sure know it's going to be an issue. So, of course, the cops come in. From my understanding, they tased him. He didn't go all the way down. They did a full-blown 2-man tackle move, holding him down on the motherfucking ground, and expected him to just how everybody wants us, just to be still, lay there, comply, you know, do all of this shit. And this is what'll save black folks' lives. Let me talk to y'all a little bit about what would be nature and natural instinct, since apparently no one factors this shit in. All right. Now, human beings have detached themselves from animals for whatever reason, but in my opinion, we are all still fucking animals. At the end of the day, we've evolved more than other animals, but you're going to have certain instincts that are going to be natural to you. Point blank, plain and simple. You hungry, you eat. Same thing as an animal. If a motherfucker comes up and tackles you, what do you think is going to, you just go limp? Soon as somebody's arms touch you, you just go limp. You just take whatever the fuck they dishing out, no matter how rough it is, no matter whether you're trying to reposition yourself because these motherfuckers got your face down in the motherfucking ground. That's a natural instinct to resist in some type of way. It was 2-on-1. They had him on his motherfucking back. One of them yelled some shit like gun, gun, and the other cop shoot him. Put the gun to his fucking chest, shot him. Boom, boom. Then has the fucking audacity to yell, get down. You done got him down, then shoot him 2 motherfucking times and proceed to shoot him 4 more times. I shared a video that showed that once they was done shooting him 6 times, then they take the gun out of his pocket, the gun that he had. Am I saying this right? He had a gun? No. He wasn't supposed to have a gun according to the fact that he was on probation. We'll talk about his criminal record here in a minute because that's something that everybody else, they're going to talk about this shit. We're going to deal with it right now. But to claim he was reaching for it when these motherfuckers got him pinned down is bullshit. They didn't visibly see a gun because they had to pull it from his fucking pocket. They may have felt a gun and decided to say gun. Oh, he got a gun. And the other cop reacted. Because they had already got the call. So they're coming in ready to be guns blazing anyway. Because everybody knows you can treat black men like that. You can treat black children like that. They got a gun. This isn't the surveillance footage from the actual store. The store owner even knew Brother Sterling, said he was always out there selling CDs. They called him CD Man. Y'all know you got a bootleg man in the hood. If he is at the point where he's doing bootleg CDs now, he's trying to change his fucking life. But the black man got a gun. No surveillance footage caught. Their dash cams, not dash cams, their body cams fell off, both of them. Both of those cops, 3Ks, again, don't get this shit fucked up. Both of those cops, their body cams just fall off. Will somebody tell me what's the point of having a goddamn body cam if it can't take a bit of a scuffle? Both of them conveniently fall off. It took a video from somebody on the sidelines recording. That's why we saw this. And I want to say this about people out here recording shit. There's sometimes where you need to motherfucking speak up. Recording shit is one thing, but get the fuck off of him. I'd have rather at least heard that. Don't y'all motherfucking kill this black man. I see you. Don't kill this black man. Not today. Not on my motherfucking watch. I would say it verbally. Y'all not gonna kill this black man today. We got to stop sitting back like this. Oh shit, you know. But it's not like they put the information out to us because of things like that. This is how we're able to even see the information. This is how that information was brought to us. Because somebody was recording it. Now, what do we know about recordings thus far? As black people in America, what do you know about recordings? We see the most gruesome, heinous shit going on these fucking cameras, but that doesn't necessarily mean these cops are going to do any time. Doesn't mean that. It's been proven. We cannot deny history. We can't. We can't deny current events. We cannot do this. Doesn't matter that we have it on film. This is why they're talking about his criminal record now. Y'all know how they do. You know how they do. To devalue a life of a black man, you bring up his criminal record. You make sure everyone knows that the cops were dealing with a criminal, a hardened criminal with a gun. All right? Because a person has been caught by the police multiple times, that gives them super motherfucking powers. And it devalues their life. They have superhuman strength. Had he gotten free, he'd have killed him with his bare fucking hands. This is why they start with the criminal record shit. But honestly, if a person get caught over and over again, they not no superpower. He was in a halfway house anyway, right? He was on probation, father of 5 children. And based on the words of the mom and the children, he was very influential and very, involved in their lives, trying to get his life on the right track, selling bootleg CDs. Right? But let's bring up his entire criminal record to devalue his life, because now you're dealing with a goddamn hardened criminal with superpowers. And he was black. And somebody called and said he had a gun. This is what the fuck we're dealing with out here. They get their little paid leave, of course. Cops, this is a part of the fucking protocol. Even if they got it on film, well, y'all go chill for a little while. We'll check back with y'all when we get all the facts straight. We got to figure out a way to make y'all innocent. So they'll use the same tactics on us. And you'll get the same fucking arguments from fucking either you got the type of white motherfucker that'll either ignore racism, ignore injustice, ignore the fact that, it seems to be black men are targeted a lot by the police. They come out with a different energy. If you can't observe that, then something's fucking wrong with you, or you'll have your full-blown white racist. And you know who helps them in their commentary? The black motherfucking coons out here that will find a way to make it that person. Oh, he resisted. Oh, I don't see y'all marching about black on black crime. Y'all ain't marching about that. Y'all don't say nothing about that. Y'all only care when white cops kill black men. It's the only time y'all black folk even give a fuck. Untruth. There are vigils held all the time. Black people are constantly pleading with thugs, constantly, to stop killing each other. But the fact that we even have this narrative is a problem. Fact of the matter is, and this is easy, white people kill white people at a higher level than a black person kills a white person as well. What type of argument is that to have? If a cop kills a white person, do you devalue, are their lives devalued by people talking about white on white motherfucking crime? I wouldn't even do that. If a cop kills an unarmed white man, I'm not going to, white on white crime? That's the first thing I think of, outside of the fact that the shit's just fucking wrong. This is how you know this country is against black people, because the narrative is the same every time. Doesn't matter if it's a 12-year-old child. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the gun's even real. It doesn't fucking matter. Every single fucking time you'll have these motherfuckers that come out of the woodworks with this black on black crime bullshit. Should black people stop killing each other? Yes. Should the motherfuckers that I pay taxes to, that you pay taxes to police us in an upper class almost? These are righteous men, according to what we pay them to do. They're supposed to be righteous men, civil servants of us taxpayers. That's what they're supposed to do. But when it comes to black people, we have to worry about whether or not we're going to be killed if we stand up for ourselves just a little bit. Then y'all see how white folk get to act. Y'all see that. It's not a surprise or a shock. White folk will like to act like white privilege isn't here, but there are so many examples, it doesn't even make any fucking sense. So many examples. Cops have a different energy about them when they run up on some white folk. That's easy. Anybody can observe that. But when they're dealing with black people, they already have this incredible hook in blackface or black skin person that they have to deal with. That's why you can't shoot them one time. You already got them pinned down. There's no way you can shoot them one time. That doesn't work on black people. They're bulletproof. You have to unload in them motherfuckers. That's what they're training them to do. Not one shot, not a warning shot, not a wounding shot, not a shot to slow us down. It's shoot to kill and then overkill while he's laying down. They have him subdued. One officer holds him down. The other one pats him down for the weapon. I didn't even go to the goddamn academy. I know this. You disarm. That's a threat. You got two cops. Check down for it. Throw the gun off to the side. Arrest him. One shot, two shot, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots to subdue somebody that's already on the fucking ground. This is the type of shit that we're dealing with out here. We're supposed to overlook it. We're supposed to take all these fucking deflection ass arguments from fucking white people and the black people that they are looking for that acceptance from white folk, thinking that they being deep, thinking that they just being like, oh, I hate to break it to black people. Them motherfuckers. Oh, I'm just telling the truth. No, you're ignoring the motherfucking truth. You're not telling the motherfucking truth. They're going to be somebody that goes viral online when all they do is come out here and go ham on their own people. That's all they got to do. Fox News will have them on that motherfucker in a week, guaranteed, talking about how we don't rise up against black people killing each other. We don't say anything against black people killing each other. Because black criminals, black thugs are on the same level as the motherfucking police that we pay to protect and serve. Same fucking level. The argument shouldn't even be able to make it in a logical conversation. But it does. It makes it on the media. That's how you know these motherfuckers are against us. They will even get on TV and have their professional looking ass white folk and these cool ass black people sit on here and talk about this shit like we're supposed to put them on the same level. Civil servants that took an oath. You comparing him to a motherfucker that grew up without his father, joined the gang, and is stupid enough to fucking shoot somebody because they got on a different color. We putting these people on the same motherfucking level. Motherfucker that took a class, several classes, went through a fucking academy. We putting them on the same level as a dude with a red rag. That's what we doing. That's logical enough to be put on TV in front of all of us. And people will congratulate these people. These black on black crime argument people. We're not supposed to say anything. We're supposed to ignore injustice. We're supposed to say that we get treated equally. Why y'all getting all bent out of shape? Y'all kill each other. But we're going to put these people, these cops who're supposed to be a different breed of people, on the same level. This is what we do. This is what society does, and we allow them to. Because we're never on the same motherfucking page. Everybody won't even come to a agreement in one mind that this shit is fucked up. It's time for this shit to stop. That won't even happen. Because you're going to have your other edgy black people over here speaking hard truths to black people about how they shouldn't resist arrest. Even though if a motherfucker tackle you, ain't no damn way, your body goes limp and you just give up. That's not even in your instinctual behavior that you're going to have. That don't even fit it. Imagine how I feel. I'm getting tackled. I'm selling some bootleg CDs and these motherfuckers tackle me like they just saw me about to rape the fuck or about to rape a chick or some shit like that. It's the same. Or does it turn up for black men? Even if we selling CDs, selling cigarettes, can't get this shit off. It's illegal. Y'all doing it. So they'll come in with the energy like there's a murderer right here. A serial goddamn murderer. Been running around murdering people all day. And he just happened to set up shop right here and he's selling CDs today, trying to hide on us, trying to trick us. We get the same energy, that murderers get for selling CDs, selling cigarettes, you know. Don't resist. Let me choke you the fuck out. Let me mash your fucking head into the gravel. Don't move, though. Don't move. Don't try to rearrange your fucking face that's laying on the goddamn cement. There's no way you can be doing that. You're resisting. But this is what we want. This is what black people are supposed to do to make it out here. Not petition or you know, push for the cops to do their motherfucking jobs, which, I mean, I would argue that they are doing their job by running around killing black folk. I know that's what they're being sent to do. But we're not pushing them to do their motherfucking jobs. We are telling the citizen that we're supposed to do something to make it easy for them, even if it's just a little movement. Like, damn, my shoulder been hurting all day. You just slammed me into that bitch. I'm trying to, this shit hurt. We can feel nothing. We're supposed to be treated like fucking animals by the time the cops show up. Same way they strong arm animals and shit, throw them all around, think they ain't supposed to do anything about it, you know. Same shit. That's how black people supposed to act. Watch white folk. We can't get our place for them because they might have sold us that we're equal. But we know damn well when we ain't equal, we can see these motherfuckers getting off. Saying all types of wild shit. Demanding respect. Get your goddamn hands off me. White folk can say shit like that. Black folk are told to, well, just lay limp. You know, lay limp, let them mash your head, let them do whatever the fuck they want to you. And if you don't, then they get to shoot you. And tomorrow when we're talking about them murdering you, well, we're going to kind of say you were resistant. But who the fuck is taking that type of energy coming from this way and just laying there? Who? But that's how black people are supposed to act. But y'all equal though, right? Black people are equal in this country. Black people are equal so much so that we can celebrate shit with them. We can, you know, run around out here, argue against our people, say shit like black on black crime. We don't have time for these. These motherfuckers are traitors. That's what they are. We can't call them anything else. It's 2016. They're motherfucking traitors. If you're not woke by now, at least a little light inside of you isn't awake by now, then you are a motherfucking traitor who has chosen to ignore everything that's happening around you with your people. But instead of being quiet, which would be the honorable thing to do, just shutting the fuck up, honorable thing to do, you have to share your opinions. All on Facebook, all on Instagram, all on Twitter, you know. This is what we're doing. Land of the free. This is what will, this is the moniker of this country, land of the free. But what about black folk, though? When are black people going to have some fucking pride in themselves to be on one accord? There should be no one out here speaking against the wrongs of the motherfucking cops. It makes no sense to do that. Oh, my friend's a cop. He's a good motherfucker. He's a good cop. Been knowing him all my life. You get arguments like this. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with this shit over here, though? Where does this good cop argument come from? Because you know what happens when they kill black people? When they kill black men? Ain't no, oh, well, there are good black people, too. They treat us all the same. They treat us all the same. If you have a little bit of courage inside of you, a little bit of fire inside of you, then you are an uncivilized nigger to this society. That's what you are. You're a problem that has to be dealt with. That's what happens to you. This brother Alton, you got the NAACP asking for the mayor to resign, the police commissioner to resign. You know, the NAACP will come in and ask for gestures that don't even make any fucking sense. Doesn't matter. What if they resign, they're going to put two more motherfuckers in there that's going to do the same shit. This shit needs to be turned the fuck over. Then they're going to say, oh, well, the DOJ going to come down and investigate. You know the last thing I remember the DOJ investigating? Kendrick Johnson's murder. You know what happened at the end of their investigation? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's not a victory for us that the Department of Justice decides to look into it. That's victory to us. Even though it's been proven, like, it's been proven countless times that that means nothing for black folk. The DOJ gonna look into it. Looked into Kendrick. Nothing changed. Families still have to try to understand how their son ended up in a gym mat, dead. Did it to himself. That's with the DOJ. Like, what does that mean to us? I'm seeing people comment, I'm glad they're doing something. I'm not. I'm not glad at all because I know what it means. Nothing. Once they come out here and vilify the black man, this is phase one. Once I start talking about his fucking criminal record, I'm like, man, I already know what it's about to be. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. It's the same pattern every time. Black people are treated differently. We're supposed to ignore the fact that we treat it differently. And most black people are ignorant about the shit all year long. Don't give a fuck until it's you. We don't give a fuck. It touched close to home, you know. We don't give a fuck. Long as we can still party with them, you know. Long as they still let us come to work and shit for them, and, you know, we okay. We good. Still can get some fast food, watch TV. We good. All we got to do is we see the cops is freeze up. Do you know that based on you saying that, that makes the entire moniker that we're all equal some bullshit? Do you understand by even accepting that logic that that becomes some bullshit? Do you understand that? So this whole equal rights, how can we continue to let them use? That's false advertising. That's completely false. As a citizen of this country, supposedly, this is why I don't really fuck with people, black people calling themselves Americans. You don't get treated like no goddamn American. You don't get treated like that. I mean, if you really look at it, true Americans get to cuss the cops out. Can talk about the rights they got and all types of shit. Americans, well, I won't say true Americans. I'll say people that the American system has been built to feed. Because we know the Native Americans are the true Americans. But the invaders, the majority in this country, the system is fueled to. So if a white person is talking about them being an American, they're patriotic, I can almost understand them. I can understand them on the 4th, talking about their goddamn independence. I can understand them. I don't agree with the shit, because if you're a working class white motherfucker, then you is the same as black people, point blank, plain and simple. Y'all just too stupid to realize it, and we too stupid to turn this motherfucker over based on this information. But I understand those white people. They have every right. They get to cuss out cops, you know, actually possibly enter the legal system and get some type of justice. They get to do this shit. So it makes sense for them to celebrate it. Makes sense for them to pop fireworks and shit. Makes sense. But what the fuck are y'all doing? Other than showing them that y'all believe that y'all the same, even though you get treated like this on film. It broke my heart. The second video I put up, where they actually, I had the footage there. It was about 30-some seconds, where they actually showed the footage of the shooting, and it showed his body being underneath the car. You know, they had tackled him and kind of got him underneath the car, and they were both on him. And as I'm watching them proceed to shoot this brother, my heart broke. That bothers me. I don't know, even though I know that it's happened so much that we're supposed to be desensitized by now. But that shit bothers the fuck out of me. It bothers me that just the other day we was wearing a fucking flag. It bothers me that the next motherfucking holiday we'll forget all about this shit and we'll go right back to celebrating, party, and breaking bread with these motherfuckers. We'll do that even though we know they don't give a fuck about us. Look out here. Look at what the fuck majority of white folks say every time one of us get killed. Do you think they care? Do you think they give a fuck? No. They're going to trip more about animals. Wild animals. That can literally kill you without anything. One of them gets shot. They have a problem. Not us. That doesn't apply to us. They don't love you like that. That's how you're going to be treated. Your life, your plights, your arguments. That's why you can post anything and you'll see people come in. Even on this story, I mean, you just see all these fucking comments. People disgust me. They do. To where you can't simply look at this shit and say, that was excessive. That's an excessive amount of force to be used for one man. Will we care come Thanksgiving? No. Will we care come Christmas? Hell no. Black Friday coming up. This is when they're going to make all their fucking money. Does that matter to us? No. Because we got to go get it. We have to continue to be a part of this motherfucking system. We can't choose to rebel and stand together. And I'm not talking about burning down motherfucking buildings either. I'm not talking about no shit like that. I'm talking about having or standing in one accord. I shouldn't be able to get into a conversation with a black person and they start telling me about how black people need to comply better. I can't listen to that conversation. That's a traitor. But I shouldn't have to deal with that. It's been proven countless amounts of times. Doesn't matter. What do you say in situations like Tamir Rice? Then we pulling out the whole, resisting aspect. Oh, well, he had a gun. He had something that made him a threat at 12 years old. This can happen. That's okay. Christmas comes around, we still breaking bread. We're going to have to be on one accord. When the 4th of July comes around, we should have up RBG flags or your even a yellow, black, and red or whatever colors. It shouldn't be their shit. They show you 2 days after what's your shit or what them you wearing their shit, how they gonna treat you. But if they see us standing on one accord, they ain't gonna have no choice but to approach us differently. All through the hood. That's all you see. RBG. They won't know what to fucking do with themselves if come tomorrow we don't wear red, white, and blue no more. We don't do that with y'all. We don't party with y'all. But we won't do that shit. We won't unify. That's a serious problem for us. There are too many people willing to participate, willing to make excuses for participation. Too many people willing. Lighten up, have fun. That's what people say. Well, if you work, you can't really say nothing because you work. So you can't really be against the 4th of July because you got a job. So you can't say nothing. This argument, it comes up all the time from other black folk. Do y'all understand ain't nobody out here to love us but us? Y'all understand that? Does anybody understand that? Or, what has to happen before we understand that? Ain't nobody out here to love us but us. Now, we can't stop these fucking cops in this situation. We couldn't have stopped that, but we can stand as one motherfucking team right now. We cannot allow anybody to come out their motherfucking mouth making excuses for the fucking cops. We can easily not allow that shit, but they're going to be on TV. Black folk going to be agreeing with them. Of course, white folk going to be agreeing with them, but we can be on one accord. And all of us can be like, no, fuck y'all. What's it going to take? Cops done killed, what, 528 people? I think he made 500. He made the 528th person that they've killed this year. I'm not saying that all those people are black, but this is what the cops run around acting like. And black people, you know how we're going to be treated. And y'all still don't want to come together? Is it not a good idea yet? I mean, I'm trying to figure out, what is it going to take for y'all? How much more convincing do you need? What part of history aren't you understanding? What part of current day are you not understanding? Well, if black people stop killing each other, the cops will value your life more. That's been proven, right? Never. Not one fucking time has this fucking dumbass theory been proven. But that's what people say. If y'all just, man, boy, I swear, if y'all clean up a little bit, you know, pull your pants up, cut your hair off, wear the tie, you know, tighten your shit up nice and neat. Don't use profanity. Don't even really listen to the music a lot, you know. Then they'll accept you if y'all just start getting along with one another. When has this been proven? Has it ever been proven? When? Even though this is the type of arguments you have to see. When? What time were black people getting along peacefully and white folk left them alone? When? What the fuck do y'all be talking about when y'all say stupid shit like that? When did this happen? Where we were good to chill? Like, mind our business. When? Let me read some of y'all's comments. Let's see what we got. Some of y'all say it never, because it's never happened. I mean, there's not even an example that anybody could give. Like, oh, this was a time when black folk wasn't killing each other, they was getting along, and white folk was just chill about it. They wasn't even bothering black people. Never. Not once. Not once. Never to be bad, a non-black person. He had a gun, an illegal gun. Now, you tell me logically, if you have an illegal gun, if anybody else has an illegal gun, you don't know that until after the gun would be confiscated. You don't really know that right off. If the gun is not pulled, aimed, pointed in your direction, then you're supposed to confiscate the illegal gun. That's what they have big ass evidence rooms and shit for at the police department. They're for things like illegal motherfucking guns. The fact that he had an illegal gun has nothing to do with him being murdered by two cops for no fucking reason. The gun wasn't drawn. Their life wasn't in danger in any type of way. Doesn't matter whether the gun was legal or not. Wouldn't matter if the gun was toy or not, because clearly they're killing black folk with toy guns too. What the fuck does that have to do with him being murdered? You want to present a case to me where he should have been locked up for having an illegal gun? Then present that case to me. But these motherfucking two things don't go together. There's handcuffs for that. Got an illegal gun? Oh shit, you got an illegal gun. Does that mean a person's ready to shoot a cop because they have an illegal gun? Does that mean that? We looked at his fucking record. Clearly, he ain't shooting no cops on there. He getting caught, he taking his ass to jail. Now he's shooting cops because he had an illegal gun? Okay. Another deflection mechanism. Seriously. Paul B says, what if you were fighting a dude with a gun or... Here we go. I guess we're going to deal with this gun shit right now. Let me see. Let me go find your comment. Paul B says, what if you were fighting a dude with a gun or even a fake gun? What would you do? I mean, I don't fucking know. Defend myself, because I mean, in this situation, it sounds like he got a gun. I don't got no gun. So I got to try to knock this motherfucker out. I have to try my best to lay him the fuck out. But if I'm a cop and I got a gun too, I'm trained to deal with these types of situations, then I'm going to be finding the gun. Even if the tackle move is cool, because I don't want to, but for the sake of argument, I'll give them the tackle. The tackle move is cool. Boom, got him down. Well, now I'm looking for the gun, right? Now I'm looking for it. Now I got his hand, so he can't reach it. I'm at least trying to put cuffs on him. I'm not a cop again, but based on my common sense, this is how it's supposed to go. Oh shit, we got to get his hands out, get his hands so we can see him. They got him on the ground, put his hands behind his back, put some cuffs on him. Find whatever he got in his pockets. That's what they do. Searching your person, finding, oh, she got some weeds and shit. Okay, damn, he got some shit on him. Found a gun back here, got a gun, you know. I've seen that shit on cops and shit. What I would do versus what the fuck a cop's supposed to do, these are two completely different things. That's our problem. Y'all want to put them up on a level when it comes time for them to be murdering people, but then they're high and mighty. They're, you know, servants of the society when they're supposedly doing their job. Then all of a sudden get separated when they commit a murder. There's protocol. Like, there is protocol, and I'm sure it's not shoot somebody 6 times while they laying on the goddamn ground. What in the fuck? I mean, even if you give everything up until the point they shot him, even though the shit was rough or whatever, but the killing is the part that we need to understand. Too many of our stories are ending like this, when white folk can run around in parks with guns and all types of shit, and they get subdued. I posted a video up. I made this video 2 years ago. All right. 2 years ago, I made this video, 2014. I want to say it was in August or September 2014 in San Diego. White man was in a park with a gun, just shooting the motherfucking gun off and shit like that. You know what those cops did? Do you know? They came up on the motherfucking scene, used their motherfucking training. They've been sitting around in the goddamn rain shooting. They used their training to place the bullet to where it would not kill him. Kicked the gun away from him and arrested him. Happened in San Diego. This white man had a gun full blown. Not selling CDs, chilling. No. In the park, blazing, going ham, waving it around, kids and shit out there. You know, he was able to act like that. Shot him somewhere it wouldn't kill him. How can we even argue that there's a clear difference here? How can anybody argue against that? People still will still fucking allow them to. That's the type of shit we own. I don't see how we can accept people that will come out here and make excuses for this man being murdered. Whether it be his fucking criminal history, whether it be the fact that he had an illegal gun, that doesn't mean he was ready to take 2 cops' lives with it. Doesn't mean that. If you look at the crimes that this is petty theft and shit. He done been locked up for. Theft. I seen some of them was domestic abuse, something with a kid. I don't know whether she's underage or what. But this ain't no hardened serial killer ready to blaze it out with the fucking cops. That's not what the fuck they were dealing with. He's selling CDs. I don't understand. But we allow people to come through here and make excuses. Some dude named Henry something says he is a felon. Do you know how many felony charges you can receive? What all types of things you can receive? I saw on his record, he got arrested before with a gun with possession of marijuana, but he got charged with, you know, trying to distribute a dangerous substance. This is what they're calling weed. when we got it. It becomes a dangerous substance. This is, I was looking at his record earlier, and when you dealing with people who he don't got no bodies on his record, how do you automatically assume this is the bang? But this is the dude you're gonna have to shoot it out with. You know, it doesn't matter if he was a felon. He was murdered. And I thought, this is what I believed. I won't say I believe this, but this is what the country will try to make us believe. But this is another one of those illusions. Pay attention right here, right? We're supposed to believe that jails and prisons are rehabilitation facilities. This is not me saying this. This is them saying this. They're supposed to be rehabilitation facilities, right? If a person does a crime, whatever time they get, it's supposed to be the allotted time that they need to rehabilitate their shit. That's what the country pushes that the prisons are for. Once you serve your time, you're supposed to be rehabilitated. Now, we know that is bullshit, but this is their story, not mine. Once you do your time, you come out, you're labeled that you're a felon for the rest of your life, even if it's for a substance. Does that mean that if you have a pound of weed, does that mean when the cops run up on you and see you, that they are supposed to murder you because you are technically still a felon? There are felony white-collar crimes. I mean, we're just dealing with felons. There are motherfuckers that done embezzled money that are felons. Do you think that cops gonna run up on them, see, or I guess recognize from some type of sign, or maybe ran their record that they're a felon? Do you think they don't come in guns hot, guns blazing? Do you believe that they felons? It's motherfuckers out here that's done raped and all types of shit. Do they come out guns blazing over the Ponzi scheme, dude? Felon. That's a felony. Embezzlement. You know, this is felony shit. This can be felony shit. But do they come out guns blazing with those white folk to get them white collar crimes? Interesting how we're supposed to act as black people. Very interesting. Different. Work the same. Pay the same. Behave. Well, no, I guess we can't really say behave the same, because if we act like white folk, we get shot. But we're supposed to work the same and pay the same taxes. Make our contributions to the society. But we equal. Supposedly. This is what we're told. Regret says, Rob, why can't white people stand up and say what happened was wrong? Some white people think that the system is wrong. Are they bad? Okay, I'm gonna do one question at a time. I think I get what you're saying on the second question. First question, Rob, why can't white people stand up and say what happened was wrong? Because they're scared. You know what happens to white people, even if they have a glimpse of them standing up for black folk? Their families and shit treat them like shit, almost like black folk when they wake up and realize that Jesus ain't real. It's the scrutiny that keeps a lot of white people quiet too. A lot of that scrutiny, they know that they family racist as fuck, and even if they speak up, they'll be outcasted and they'll be treated like shit. Treated like shit, and they don't want to deal with that. But they can go ham about Harambe. They can go ham about that. That's safe. That's not a person. That person's not black. It's safe. They can ride for other white people. That's safe. That's cool. But a lot of white people's families are racist as fuck, and they don't want to deal with the scrutiny of them not being like them. Even if they're not full blown. It's some coward shit. I don't fuck with it at all. I don't trust those motherfuckers. And then you say some white people think that the system is wrong. Are they bad? They're not bad. I mean, I know there are a lot of white people that minds will be open about some political shit. Now you get into some political shit, what would be called conspiracy theories. Oh, white people will go in with you. They will go in about this, and they will go in with you about 9/11. We'll go all the way in. But as soon as you start talking about Black Wall Street, soon as you start talking about all these unarmed black people being killed, you're not going to see them on that shit. They know the system's fucked up. They know it. They know the working class people getting fucked over. They know this stuff. But when you start talking about black issues specifically, you're going to lose some of them. Not saying you're going to lose all. I'm not saying there aren't any white people out here that will speak up and will put their neck out here on the line, but you're not going to find a whole lot of them. They're not doing that. They're not going to do that with you. Who is this? Hold on, let me go find this. Who is Hitter? Y'all saying answer Lil Hitter. Who the fuck is Lil Hitter? Where your question at? But I don't see it. Oh shit. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Hold on, maybe I need to go back again. Here we go. Oh, can y'all still see me and shit? Let me know. I fucking pressed the wrong goddamn button. I think y'all can see me. Where the hell is Lil Hitter question at? Y'all, where is it? Okay, Lil Hitter 74. Do you think the cops should get life in prison? Hell yeah. Why not? I mean, what? Was that a real question? That was what y'all was pressing me about. Y'all couldn't have been pressing me about, do I think the cops should get life? There's no way. Y'all wasn't pressing me. Lil Hitter, no, that couldn't have been it. That couldn't have been it. Why not? Why the fuck not? Most definitely. Natalie White says gay rights and gorillas seem to be more of an importance to whitey. Absolutely right. Animals and homosexuals, they are way higher up on the totem pole than black people are. I don't even think we own the goddamn pole. I have no idea. Devion says, Rob, what do you think of black people joining the Air Force? I don't really care. That's on them. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but you know, whatever, you do what you gotta do. A lot of black people celebrated the 4th because they had members of their families that are in the military. Being used to wage wars against poor countries is something that you have to celebrate. Apparently, if you have somebody that's doing that in your family, you got to wear the flag. But I wouldn't do it. But you know, I don't think you can have any real allegiance to your people if you are on command. You have to turn against your people. If they say, well, send the Air Force in, we're gonna drop a bomb on Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they're gonna do this shit. Straight up. Marley Marr says, Roberts, what are some solutions? I want y'all to really listen to what I have to say. When I'm going to answer this question, but I want everybody to listen because I'll be attacked a lot of times with people telling me, well, you don't never talk about solutions. Well, here we go with what I believe there are some solutions to things that we can do. First thing, in my opinion, is that we have to make information about blackness, about the history, important to black people because it allows us to put things into context. If you can't put things into context, if we just showed up right now and this is what was happening, you can't really put things into context unless you look at the history. You can't do that. We need to learn how to open our minds up. And I hope it doesn't take many of us continue to be murdered for us to wake up. But we're going to have to make knowledge important to us, just as important as having swag or dressing nice or having your nice hair or car or house. Or we have to make knowledge just as important, knowledge and pride, and preach unity into our children at a very young age. Our children are important. We are dropping the ball as parents out here. We are dropping the motherfucking ball as parents because I get to see too many motherfucking coons that were born and raised under parents or parents. Either way, too many motherfuckers not on our side. Your color, not on your side. We have to raise our children better and put more on their mind. We have to stop spending money and partying with white folk, with the white system, I'll say. All right. Not telling you can't go on your little boat trips and camping trips with your white friends. All right. I don't want y'all to get offended. But with this system, we need to stop fucking partying with these motherfuckers, man. We have to stop partying with them. It makes no sense for us to continue to party with them. They're not going to take us fucking seriously if we keep partying with them. We have to stop praying so goddamn much. We have to stop doing this shit. We have to stop saying we're going to pray about it. Because then they know that the trick of the religion is working on us as well, which deems us still non-threatening. Now, I'm not going to go ham on y'all Christians and what y'all want, but we have to stop, at least in our response to this, oh, I'm going to pray for his family. Keep that shit to yourself sometimes. Say some militant shit. Fuck this shit. You can ask the Lord to forgive you later on if you must, you know. But don't come out here with your praying for nobody shit, rest in peace, angel shit. Don't nobody want to hear that motherfucking bullshit. Keep it to yourself. Save it for church. Don't waste it on social issues. We have to stop allowing them to believe these programs, which I can't say allow them to believe because the programs are working, but we have to snap out of this fucking programming. We have to. We have to. And stop letting fucking traitors infiltrate us, represent us out here. And any of us agree. And any of us agree with this shit. We need to form at least one mind about some type of injustice. We have no one opinion about injustice. How crazy is that? How many examples do we need? We have no one mind. Until we find one mind, one mission, we gonna fail. We're going to continue to fail. As long as you got, majority, I say 80% of black people still celebrating the 4th, cooking out and wearing flags, we're going to fail. We will continue to fail. Because we can't do that and then think they believe us when we outraged. We can burn down buildings. We can bust out windows. You can do all this shit. It don't matter if in 4 weeks, here come Black Friday. I mean, I know it's not November, but come November, here come Black Friday, and we breaking bread. What's that mean? We have to stop thinking that those gestures mean something to them. Money means something to them. Seeing us unified, that would be a threat to them. That would bother them. We have to start doing shit that actually bothers them. They're not bothered by us holding hands, walking down a goddamn street with candles and shit, signs and shit. That don't bother them. That inconveniences them for a little while. It doesn't bother them long term. We have to start doing shit that's going to build to bother these motherfuckers long term. Support the family. Support the team. Break bread with the team. Spend money with the team. That'll bother them. Not the shit we be doing. We got to understand that. And people will, relegate solutions to just running around trying to murder everybody and shit like that. It's just not, that's not what it is. We have got to learn to, when we react to something they do, it has to be some shit that's going to affect them long term. It has to be. We have to start thinking about this shit. And we have to understand what we've been doing that hasn't affected them long term, which gets us being treated the same way. It doesn't change. You're still dealing with racism all the time, all over the media, all over the news, all over the, all in the streets. We still dealing with this stuff. These solutions aren't tangible to a lot of people. They aren't. But as long as it's 80-20, and I'm being very generous just because 80-20 is kind of people, everybody can understand 80-20. 80% of black people don't give a fuck about what's going on with black people. Not one piece of a fuck about what's going on with black people. As long as they can still party, they good. As long as they can still, I guess, spend that money, look fly, we good. We got to change what's important to us as a people. It's not going to be no overnight shit. But I need everybody on the same mission. That's what I'm calling for that. We can have million man marches. We can do shit like that. Gestures like this. We can have Farrakhan go up there and go ham. But until we give a fuck about the knowledge, care about enough, passionate about the knowledge, the same way we are about, say, and I hate to use religion again as an example, but the same way we are passionate about religion. We need to be that passionate about unifying. That same passion about coming together. Because we see the situation we're in. There's a war being waged on our people, and we're not equipped. We're not equipped mentally. Yeah, motherfuckers want to always talking about going out here, picking up arms and just having a shootout with the system. Like, we're not even equipped mentally. We want to skip right over the mental readiness and go straight to war. That's not real. Even in response to a situation like this, it's not real because we're not mentally ready, because you still have 80% that don't give a fuck, or they're going to side with the system or side with the cops. This is why I believe knowledge is important. I'll be told that it's not. That's what they'll tell me, right? This is not important. You don't need to be out here on this knowledge shit. Ain't nobody really trying to hear that shit. We need to be out here building. What the fuck are you going to build? Who going to build it? Who's going to build it? You can't build shit if everybody's mind ain't right. You can't build, support, or uplift anything if your mind isn't in the same place. Who's going to build this shit? Who's going to uplift it? Who's going to keep it up? Who's going to do the maintenance on it? If you ain't got everybody's mind in the same place, or at least most people's mind in the same place, it ain't going to matter. And I understand that a lot of the, the pro-black conscious, I understand what they're saying. But I feel like we're skipping a vital step. Black businesses are going to fail because we don't even believe that we can break bread with black businesses. That's a mental thing. That has nothing to do. We have the hand or the manpower, essentially. We got the hands to do the work. But how is business going to last for 5 years, 10 years? That's the mentality that has to be worked on to make the shit last. That's where we got to do our hardest fight, is going to be there. To get people to understand why you're not supposed to wear that flag on the 4th. Should be easy. Should be a matter of July 4th, 1776. Should be easy. But it's not. You're going to have people that argue against you. Black folk. A lot of black folk is going to argue with you against that. We can't even come on the same mind as that. So when I give solutions, I understand that, people are going to not hear them, one, because they're going to always say, well, Rob, you don't never get on solutions. My solutions requires a change in mentality. It ain't even got to be it's not heavy or it's not crazy to me for us to change our mind. What the fuck? Look at this. They can kill us on film. And it's okay. Cringe-worthy graphic violence on film. Father of 5. Until our mentality is in the same place. To where we have one uniform opinion, y'all fucked up. That's not happening, though. You're going to have your deflectors. You're going to have your naysayers. You're going to have your counter arguments. You're going to have your white people showing you how much they don't give a fuck about you, even though they could just shut the fuck up sometimes, because ain't nobody talking to them. We talking about the cops, but they can't help it. They're going to come out here, and give their opinions, and we allow it. We allow this shit to be okay. We allow them to come out here and say any goddamn thing. And there are blacks that will agree with that. These same black people are able to run around here and have black friends. They're able to, run around here and be cordial with other black people, but they should be fucking outcasted, in my opinion. Like, oh shit, black folk they're not fucking with y'all no more. Y'all can't even be around them. They won't even acknowledge y'all coons. They won't wave or speak or nothing to y'all motherfuckers. That's what it should be like, but it's not. It's not like that. We don't have a code. And we like to make excuses for every goddamn thing that we do that's ignorant. We make excuses for it. We make excuses for everything that we do. We chalk up participating as having fun. Now, look how silly look at where we are. Having fun is what we want to do. What's life without fun? That's what we are. That's our mentality. Do you know how hard that is to break? Do you understand that if we look at, there are certain periods in history where the mentality of the people, most of the people, have been one and the same. And we got away from that. We got away. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Well, I know why. It was the crumbs that we were given that kind of kept us fed. So we decided that racism was gone and black people are equal. We allowed them to trick us with their wording. Their actions showed otherwise, but their wording is what we've allowed them to trick us with and what we've held on to. Black folk, y'all equal. Y'all got equal rights and everything. Even though we never asked for rights for black people specifically, we asked for rights of whatever is civil. We never asked. We wanted some civil shit. That was very important to us, for it to be some civil, some civil shit. Let me read some more of y'all's comments. Tristan says, do you think what they did to the amendment will help them get away with this? Absolutely. They don't do stuff to their documents without them benefiting from it. That wouldn't make any sense. The only way you turn to where you can search anybody, find any justifiable or non-justifiable or justifiable cause to search a person and arrest them. Of course. They don't do shit with no big picture in mind. We do that shit all the time. They don't do that. They're not gonna or fuck with their documents just to fuck with them. Like, they're not gonna use their little loopholes and their little additions and things they take out. They're not gonna do that shit for no reason. They don't do shit for no reason. They're not like us. They understand that to keep a people oppressed, you have to up the ante every so often. And we're watching the ante be up to the ones that are paying attention. We're watching it happen. We just not giving a fuck about it. That's our problem. We don't care about it. The Jays might come out next month. I don't know. Just for example, they may come out next month. People will rave more over that than they will the rights of their people. Get in line, fight with each other over this shit, kill each other over this shit. Our passion is so misplaced. I made a comment like that on my Facebook, the one before they fucking blocked me, them motherfuckers. But our passion is misplaced. It's just that we don't see that we use our passion for things that don't fucking matter. Time and energy, things that don't matter. We do these things justifiably so. Even though we are a passionate people, we shouting at church, praising Jesus. We turning up at the club, dancing, twerking, all this energy, all this life, all this passion used for the wrong shit. Doesn't make any sense. We'll be passionate about our car. Want that to be nice, put the rims on it, tint that bitch out, throw some system in that bitch, you know. About jewelry and shit. Your chains heavy, earrings heavy, your clothing. We passionate about that shit. We're a passionate people. Our shit's just misplaced. That's our problem. We need to come to one accord and put all this passion in the right place. But we don't. It's spread out everywhere because we've been so miseducated, so misinformed, not raised right by our fucking parents, that we don't know what to do with this fucking passion. We don't know what to do with it. So it gets spilled off into a bunch of random shit that don't matter. Pussy, even, let's be real. Pussy, dick, you know. We got some shit. We have good energy. It's misplaced. Now you take all that and focus it on, you know, like y'all feel about sports. Oh man. Like y'all feel about sports. You know, in the stats and scores, and like y'all feel about that. Imagine if you dump that same passion that you're gonna argue with this motherfucking, you know, you a Dallas fan, this motherfucker fuck with the Eagles. That same energy you're gonna use to argue with them about how trash they are. Imagine if you put that shit into your people. A little bit of that. Every person should be doing that. Become passionate about something that matters. That's why when people talk shit about what I do, I'm passionate about this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm passionate about something that actually matters. We'll see what comes. We'll see what comes of it. Let me see what y'all comments say. Don't nobody want to fuck with what I be talking about, man. Don't nobody really want to fuck with what I be talking about. Shout out to Dylan. I'm not gonna go ahead and shout you out, Dylan. Shout out to Dylan for keeping these fucking trolls out of here. I don't even get a chance to read what half of them saying. I just see them bitches blocked. Mad love to brother Dylan. Mad love to you. These motherfuckers is fucking up what I'm doing here. For real, mad love to Dylan. Denise Young says, Rob, if the cops get away with this, they will. How do you feel it will affect Black Americans? Do you think this will fuel the media and the system to become even more open with their racism? What do you think? I think it'll be the same that it's always been. Again, this isn't the first Black man that's been killed unarmed or unjustly. This isn't the first of 2016. And I'm sadly enough, I'm gonna have to say, I know it's not going to be the last that person that they kill. Even on camera, it's not going to change anything. It's not going to affect Black people for longer than a couple weeks. Because I told you what's going to happen when these holidays roll around. I told you what's going to happen when these holidays roll around. I don't think that the media and the system are going to become more open with their racism, but that's not happening because of this. It's happening because they see the chain of events. And one thing, they can't test us with one thing. They have to continue to test us to see where we are as a group, to see what type of passion we have as a group. Let's see what's the worst thing that they will do. And if the worst thing that they're going to do is burn down a building possibly over here, run around with some signs over here, hashtag a couple things over here, T-shirts and shit over here. If this is the worst thing that they're going to do, oh, hell yeah. We're going to continue to turn it up. But it's been turned up. I mean, it's been turned for a long time. It's coming to our, we're acknowledging it more now. We're being able to see it because we got people in cars recording shit all willy-nilly now, all over the place, right? But this is an experiment in how we respond to stimuli. This is, you know, this is what's going to be some psychological shit. They're seeing how we respond to stimuli. The worst thing that we're going to do is burn down some buildings. That's the worst thing we're going to do. Have a march of 1 million people in DC. That's the worst type shit we're going to do. March, protest. They're seeing how we respond to stimuli. They see it. They see what we do. Every time we do the same type of shit, praying and shit, they see how we respond. They know we're not going to see the big picture, come together out here, be more passionate about things that actually matter out here, more passionate about our children, because this is what it is. I mean, Brother Sterling had children, but he was somebody's child too. We got to be more passionate about this shit. But they know that they're just seeing how we respond. If this was caused us to unify, that will fuck them up. That will fuck them up. Now, I am noticing, I do have to say that I am noticing more Black people waking up all the time. And that's a beautiful thing to me. Especially when I've had some type of hand in it. It's a really beautiful thing to me, but it's not enough, Black people. It is not enough. I don't know what the fuck y'all think is cute about being ignorant. I don't know what the fuck you think is cute about not standing with your people. I don't know what it is. But we have to stop allowing it. Because if we stop allowing it, if it stops being okay, the behavior will stop. I believe that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I believe it. Because this is an idea that hasn't been proven. There are some ideas that people come out with that have been proven, and well, this shit ain't gonna work. This is one that hasn't even been proven. We ain't got no code. Black people have no code, no ethics, no nothing, no way that we conduct ourselves in the face of adversity. We accept anything. We pardon all types of ignorance. All types of people not speaking up. We pardon entertainers. We do it to them all the time. Y'all give Jesse Williams a hard time a couple weeks. This man kind of, gave the prequel to really what's going on here. Y'all went ham on him. Like, we have no code at all. We shouldn't be mad at nobody that's speaking up the truth about the injustices happening to Black people. I don't give a fuck if what purple, orange, green. I don't give a fuck. But we do. We'll ostracize him, treat him all type of ways, want people to speak out and speak up for injustice. But when they do, we got to look at apparently we got to look and see whether they fully with Black people or fully Black. And if they're not, then we can't fuck with them like that. We got a problem. There shouldn't be anybody in disagreement with Jesse Williams. Not one fucking person. But the reason that was able, or people were able to do that, so we ain't got no code that says we stand behind him. White folk get out here and say all type of shit. What they do? All types of bullshit. That's the thing about white folk. They gonna stick together, even if it's some bullshit. Even if it's misinformation, if the history's wrong, it don't fucking matter. They together over there, clapping each other up, holding hands, starting funds and shit to get some of these racist motherfuckers out of jail and pay for their legal defense. They will do that shit. We treat a half Black brother like he ain't shit for speaking up. That's the type of shit we into. And there were plenty of Black people agreeing. Oh, he light skinned, y'all Black, y'all. He can't be out here half white and shit. His mama's we ain't got no fucking codes, man. And I don't respect that shit. I don't give a fuck. There shouldn't be nothing. I don't give a fuck if a person is any type of Black. I don't give a fuck. If they speaking the truth from that platform, I don't care. They speaking the truth. Why can't that be okay with us? Why can't we, come together based on that? I don't care who speaks out. I don't. But we can't unify on that and stand behind him, uplift him. No. 20% of us did. 80% had to tear that brother down. That's a problem. This is what I'm talking about. This is the first steps of what I would deem as solutions. We got to get our shit together. For real, we got to get our shit together. Am I mad? Am I going to sit there like, well, I've been saying that shit. Fuck Jesse Williams. I've been saying that shit for years. I can't. That will make me against the movement. Right? At that point, he's a part of the movement. Now I'm against the movement. Doesn't make any sense. Even though I've been saying this shit for years, y'all know I come in and I go in. That's what we do. I couldn't be against them. We don't have a code. We was all supposed to be with that brother. Let me see. Can get back to y'all's comments. See that? And that's bullshit. Nick says 18,000 people signed a petition to get him fired. It's fucking bullshit. How is what against him, Jarrell Wilson? How is what against him? Jesse Williams is, his father's black. He's not like Dolezal. He's not like Rachel. She's full-blown white, and she just put on black face. This brother, actually, his dad is black. Jesse Williams' dad is black. Wife's black, too. So that's how he's living. African trap prince. That's interesting. Rob, why do you think... Rob, why's you think of people that believe he is a fake pro-black? I get your question. Y'all tighten this shit up. Tighten this. It's just typing. Ain't no rush. Y'all tighten this shit up for real. What do I think of people that believe he's a fake pro-black? I can't. What am I supposed to think about people that think he's a fake pro-black? I don't recall him ever saying he was pro-black. He's simply speaking out on injustice. I don't even recall him coming out and giving himself a title like that. Now, I've heard him speak before, and the brother generally speaks about the injustice that's going on out here in the world or in society. So I don't know if people try to make him an honorary pro-black, but again, I haven't heard him say that. So to call somebody a fake something and never call themselves would be ignorance. Just gives black people to get a reason to be against other black people. Doesn't make any sense. Now, if he'd have got out there and said, well, I don't give a fuck about what's going on, you know, whatever, a speech like that, then I'd be calling that motherfucker a full-blown coon. But he didn't. But he didn't call himself pro-black, so I wouldn't be able to call him a fake pro-black regardless. Brother told the truth. That's really all it was. And people that believe he's a fake pro-black, I mean, that's their opinion. That's really all it is to it. That is their opinion. Peace God says, I don't understand why people can't speak they mind on TV. Everything is so PC. I mean, they'll give us some time. I mean, just like with Jesse doing what he did. Because Jesse didn't really get into detail. He didn't talk about, he didn't really give specifics. He talked about how black life is not valued out here in this society. He didn't really get deep into it. He kept it real. He kept it on the level, on the platform he was on, but they're not gonna let people just get on TV and go ham because they scared that y'all gonna fuck around and wake up. And that unified mind that I'm talking about, they scared of that reality. So you're gonna have your Fox News is putting your coons up there to cause, just confusion. They're gonna have them up there to cause that confusion amongst us. And since we don't 100% say fuck y'all. And fuck what you talking about. Fuck that black person you got on there talking crazy. Don Lemon, for example. Stacey Dash, another example. Fuck them. Nobody black fucked with them. All their fans are white. We don't have not one coon out here that doesn't have other quote unquote black fans. That should be where it is, but it's not like that. Shouldn't have no black fans. Shouldn't have nobody black defending them at all. But we do. Clever is better says you are what your mother is. What? Yes, Jesse's mom is white, but his dad is black. Depending on his blood type, his dad's genes overrides his mom. But either way, he did speak against white supremacy. You are what your mother is. I never knew that to be a rule. I thought it was dad. I could have sworn it was dad. But I mean, it could be mother. I mean, if you want to look at Jesse and call him white, you know, I don't care. I wouldn't care if both his parents was white. Like that wouldn't matter to me. I don't care about that shit. If you speaking true shit, you speaking true shit. Now, we're going to watch your actions as to how consistently you speak this true shit. But in that moment, he has nothing on his record that would be no coony, full-blown coon type shit. But in that moment, even if both his parents was white, he still spoke true shit about the plight of the people. What would I, you know, how would I be against him for that? The president ain't do it. That means if that's the case, if clever is better, that would make Obama, that make him white as well. I mean, y'all was kind of, y'all carried him for a long time as the first black president. I thought, you know, it is what it is. What time is it? 10:30? Okay. It's almost 10:30. Y'all start hitting me with y'all's random fucking questions. If it's too ridiculous, I'm not going to answer that shit tonight. I'm not in the mood. Don't ask me about music. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn rap CDs or no who. Not tonight. I don't got time for that shit. I don't have time. But y'all can ask me some random questions. Yeah, see, I thought I would classify, you know, I would classify Jesse Williams as a black man. But, you know, everybody has their own fucking opinions, man. DeMonte Smith, Rob, you think it's going to be any riots or anything around the country? I mean, based on history, yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Based on the history, there could very possibly be riots or protests that become heated, because a lot of time the government will send in agitators as well to kind of heat the situations up, to try to make black people look like they're just like we're just fucking crazy out of our minds. But that is very possible. That fits the narrative of how these things go. I think they should, well, we're going to be burning shit down. We should be really giving a fuck about that water in Flint that we still ain't heard is fixed yet. Still no word on that being okay. You know, straight up. What's up, Miranda Fair? What is up? I do not believe in this clone conspiracy when we're dealing with someone as unworthy of being cloned as Gucci Mane. When you start taking real theories, because I believe they out here doing some shit, but when you start taking real life theories and then relegate them and waste them on a fucking Gucci Mane, then at that point, you kind of disrespecting the actual theory that would be there, that they are out here acting like that. The fuck would they gain from cloning Gucci? Like it's weird. It's weird. All right, now, Aaron Scott, mad love to you for hanging in with me at least this long. Mad love. I told y'all don't ask me about no rappers, man. I ain't really got time. I'm not really going to deal with rappers. I mean, we talking about cloning. I mean, I know Gucci had to come in there, but Dino, that's a good point. Dino Bravo says there's no conspiracies anymore. They're showing you everything out in open. Or am I lying? You know, you're right. There's a lot of shit going on. And a lot of these quote unquote conspiracy theories, we're going to have to relegate them as just life. Just what's going on out here. What's been going on out here. I had somebody tell me that goddamn COINTELPRO was a conspiracy theory. Even though it's part of the goddamn record. Like, that's a conspiracy theory. Like, ooh, it's ridiculous. My kids are fine. My kids are fine. I don't have any new tats. I wish, man. My artist is booked. This dude's booked for months. I gotta wait. I still gotta get that Caesar on my back. I gotta get that finished. I'm not done with that. Next live stream gonna be next Wednesday at 9 p.m. If I ain't here by 9:05, I then some shit that happened. I don't know. But every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. Vanessa, I can't answer your question because you must have missed some shit. Asking me how we can come together and unify. What's the solutions? I did all of that. I did all of that. I'm not voting this election. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous question. Paige Holmes says, yo, Rob, do you think that in conjunction with understanding history and heritage, figuring out the physical/scientific facts about ourselves is also important as a unifying element? I mean, it can be. I think sometimes we get kind of stuck in that area as far as scientific facts about ourselves. We know scientific facts about ourselves now enough so we can actually, we should be able to unify regardless of really, I mean, you can see. I mean, it doesn't really take a whole lot, you know, you can kind of see that. I think a lot of times we get hung up, even with history and heritage. I think we get hung up a long time ago. A lot of times we get hung up back in the day, and we're debating, you know, back in the day shit, thousands of years shit that don't really fucking matter, in my opinion. And no knock to any of the would be conscious people that take their time, and this is the, you know, this is what they do. They focus on, you know, back then history, and that's all they're into. They debate about it or whatever like that. What's true, what was not true, this, that, and the other. But right now, you can look down, look at your arms, and you have black skin, melanated skin. All right. Even in present day history, you ain't even got to go back to too far. You see how people that look like you are treated here and all over the motherfucking world. That should be enough for us to unify. It's not, it's not, but it should be. We should be unified based on the things that we go through. Point blank, plain and simple. We should be. I think that, you know, figuring out the scientific facts, that's one thing, but I don't think it's a necessary thing for us to unify. We all want, I mean, you melanated, you want people. We know what melanin is. We know it's black. We know this. That's not something they got to discover. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that has to be discovered. You can see that. Reggae Jam Girl says, how do you instill black pride in your children and get them to be okay with not celebrating holidays with other kids? Well, one, you're going to have to look at your responsibility as a parent. Do you care about your kids being okay? I don't. Me personally, I don't care about okayness because I know they don't work. It's for me, and that might be fucked up to some of y'all, but I don't care about my kids being okay with, especially when we're talking about celebrating. You fed, you sheltered, you clothed, you're taken care of. That's okay. If your feelings hurt over not wearing a goddamn flag, because again, what y'all not understanding I'm saying is, even if you're going to celebrate some of these holidays like the 4th, turn it into some black shit. Like, you can't even come to my cookout. You got a flag on. It's RBG over here. You can't come to my cookout with no fucking flag on your t-shirt. Black man, black woman. You don't get to come around me like that. And if you got it on, I'll give you a check. I'll keep some extra RBG t-shirts in the back. But these are the colors we wearing out here. You can change this fucking shirt or get the fuck out of here. So I just think we need to have some goddamn rules and be, you know, unifying, even in events where it's like July the 4th. Where your fucking RBG flag at? Where your RBG flag? Where are your RBG flags? Where your t-shirts at? Why are you not talking about when you supposedly got, when your ancestors were free on that supposedly free? Now, we still not dealing with freedom, but we're just talking about, just like the white American going to talk about their freedom being in 1776. No, the fuck it wasn't. All right, it just wasn't. But even if talk RBG, yo people being freed on your t-shirts, it don't matter what the fuck they doing. Don't matter what they doing. They can do it, but we are, and I kept quoting this even when I was talking about the holidays, we need to stand apart together. That's what we should do. Look, we're not doing that with y'all. Fuck that. We're going to stand apart, but we're going to stand together over here. RBG, get that flag shit out of here. You're not coming in here with that shit on. Straight up. And then you instill pride in your children by letting them know what the reality is. Show them how this system has been set up against them. You got to know that you're powerful because there's been whole plans, schemes, genocide, all types of shit that's come against your people, and we still here. They come up with entire schemes to get rid of you, to keep your numbers down, to give you disease, keep you sick, keep you disenfranchised, keep you from building with your own, keep you from unifying. That should let you know that you powerful, because this is what the fuck they've been doing the entire time. These other children that are celebrating these would-be holidays, that's the code I'm talking about. That shouldn't be real. Not no little black kids, because they know, because they mom and them teaching them. So they're not running around being the majority and your child being a minority in this situation. But I wouldn't give a damn about them being okay. You can believe that. I would not give a damn about them being quote unquote okay. Aaron Willis says, Rob, if you chance, would you run for president? I don't quite understand that. If you chance, if you had the chance, maybe you left had the out, but no, I don't want to be a president of this corrupt, unjust nation. I wouldn't want to be the president of this shit because I know what it is. Why would I want to be the president of this shit? I wouldn't want to do that because I know how they've taught me that the government works, how checks and balances, they've taught me how these things work. So if I know how it works, there's no way I'm going to want to be the person that has to get bullied all the goddamn time into doing whatever the fuck the people that are funding me wants me to do, because I know damn well they're not on the team. They're not on my team. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get more of these. Right. Miss Murphy, you're absolutely right. I probably would be shot the fuck down. You probably come out better, Daquan, asking your question as opposed to saying I have a question. It's better that way. Epidemic Beats, do you believe segregation is the only way to stop these racist cops from fucking with us? I never said that was an answer. Not now. Segregation isn't going to get you anything right now. Because you can segregate. Let's say you decide to segregate all black people to Atlanta, Georgia, right? In Atlanta, Georgia, in your segregated black area, until you would have the power to make all of the governing officials, all of the police, the chief, the commissioner, everything would have to be black. And we would have to have a type of, some type of code with black cops that's like, yo, don't just run around here killing off the motherfucking people like that, like you've been doing. Because even if we were to segregate in this country, we're still governed by these laws. Period. We have to find loopholes in the laws and things like that. It ain't that many loops for black folk any goddamn way, especially working class black people. Ain't that many loops in this shit anyway. But if we were to segregate, we're still governed in this overall bubble that is America. White supremacy still runs this shit. It doesn't matter. If we were to segregate now, we had a chance to stay strong. We squandered it. Now we too far integrated into this shit to try to do anything about it. As far as segregation being an effective tool there. At least in my opinion. The cops ain't gonna stop fucking with us. They'll just know where to go. They'll be able to focus a whole, let's say we take up the East Coast. The whole rest of the country, all of them will have all their eyes pointing right here, just like this. Same thing that happened whenever the cops was just policing white folk. They, once black folk was free, well, they're not looking at them no more, or even they really weren't looking at them to begin with, but they're not looking at them. All the focus is on black folk. So they'll be staring at us all the goddamn time. All the sound. I'm in the movie Enemy of the State. That'd be how they conduct, how our areas would look. They would know exactly where we fucking are. They would have an accidental nuclear accident, some type of nuclear shit happen that wipe out the people. We all in one place now. So, there'd be some accident. Some shit that's even worse than Flint, Michigan. In my opinion. Most definitely. Garrison Gesture says, do you think MLK integrated his people into a burning house? He said that himself. It wouldn't even matter what I think. MLK said that himself. So he knew what it was. He knew what it was. That's why they don't show you him when he's talking like that. They don't show you that guy. They don't paint him up to you. Because they want y'all black folk to keep on holding hands with with white folk, and quoting your little Bible verses. The Lord is my shepherd. You'll start talking about he gonna give you what you want, and all this shit. Your cup runneth over like a motherfucker, but your people still being killed in the streets. They want that guy. They want that guy pushed out in the front. Martin Luther King knew what it was. Somebody say Yeshua is on his way back. Okay. Person. Kiana Ward. Yeshua is on his way back. All right. We'll see about that. African Trap Prince, yo, Robert, do you fuck with Bill Maher or Stephen Colbert? I think they say some. I haven't watched their shows in a long time, but those two white dudes say some shit. What's the other white boy? Damn it, something Stewart. He be going in. Stewart be going in too, but they be saying some real shit. I don't have anything necessarily against any of those people. As long as you tell them the truth, I don't have nothing against you. I guess all it is to it. So those dudes, they cool with me. John Stewart. Somebody correct me. Yeah, John Stewart. He be going in. John Stewart done win a couple times. I done shared some issue on my Facebook page. Sometimes he be going in. He knows what it is. Congolese Christian says, do you think black people should start to retaliate? Retaliate in a physical form? No. I don't feel like we should be retaliating in a physical form. I do feel like we need to start being harder on our people as far as the ignorance that we accept as a people and be more focused on what the fuck is going on with us right here and what we're giving our energy to. But retaliation could only be, you could run around and murder some cops. You might get up to possibly, we seen what Dorner did. Remember Dorner did that shit? Dorner tried to go out here and go on his own mission to retaliate. You might get you one cop killed. You might get two. Let's say you go on a goddamn spree, get you a kill streak going, right? Kill you about 20 cops straight. At some point, that's going to stop. It's not going to work. At some point, at some point, that's not going to be the way to retaliate because it's going to be a short-lived retaliation. So I don't think we should move that way personally. I think we need to empower our shit, get our shit strong, and put our passion and energy in the right place. For real. Kiana Ward says, I saw the Purge movie this weekend. shit was scary, that stuff is really going to happen. Well, that Purge movie served its purpose. If anything out here is causing you to have any type of fear, even though you just told me Yeshua is coming back, I figured you'd be pretty excited about that and not have any fear. But if that movie scared you, then it did exactly what it was supposed to do. That's all it is to it. That's all it is to it. In my opinion, I'll say. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of trolls in here tonight, but we got a lot of people viewing. So mad love to everybody that's viewing. I got a lot of people viewing already. A lot of people done thumbs down my shit. It's the most thumbs down I done got on any one of my live streams. So just mad love for people even watching this shit. Mad love. Deona McKnight, I respect Jane. She said, how do you feel about Jane Elliott? I respect her. I respect Jane Elliott. I've made a post about her. I even called for, I called for Raven-Symoné to be traded for, Jane Elliott. I called for that trade a while back, whatever, Raven-Symoné and then came out of her mouth and said some more wild shit. But I called for that trade. I'll take Jane Elliott. Passionate, true speaking, white woman. I'll take that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Marissa LeBlanc says, I live in Baton Rouge. Should I be scared? I don't think anybody. This is not a time for fear. Understand, fear is a low level frequency vibration of energy inside of you. Fear, there's no place for fear. Scared, there's no place for being scared. There is not. We don't even have time for that shit. We don't have time for no shit like that. We have to focus and get our minds a lot stronger and start functioning on a higher vibration. We have to, this ain't time for fear. If I lived in Baton Rouge, I wouldn't be scared. Hell, I live out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. They killed a black man out here. White cop gets the fuck off. I ain't scared now. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to allow this society, this illusion of a fucking nation to input any type of fear on my heart. No type of fear. I fear nothing. I won't allow that. I will not allow that shit. Not for me. That's funny. More Victory says, can we trade Stephen A. Smith for Tim Wise? I'll take it. Hell. I'll take Stephen A. Smith can be gone. This dude gets more mad about Kevin Durant getting traded to the goddamn or Kevin Durant taking the trade to go to the motherfucking Golden State Warriors than I've seen him be passionate about anything about black people. Anything about black people. Fuck Stephen A. Smith. Fuck that shit. I mean, I know it's his job to talk about sports and shit, but he don't have that type of passion when he coming out here standing up for his fucking people. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. That's how I feel about Stephen A. And this dude mad over a damn trade. Like, get the fuck out of here. Let Durant live. Who gives a fuck? Like, it's the same shit. All these pussy ass basketball players, that's all they doing now. That's what y'all created by letting it be okay when LeBron did it. So why are you mad? Why are you mad? The imaginary salary cap opened up and they're allowed to give all these people all these millions of motherfucking dollars. Yeah, like, the fuck out of here. What you mad for? Once y'all start pussifying the trades, what did you expect to be the trickle-down effect of that? Everybody want to do it. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck one way or another. They ain't got shit to do with me. We still out here, can't sell CDs and on a corner without end up being murdered that night. That's what we live in. I don't give a fuck about no damn trades. I don't give a fuck, man. Most definitely. Congolese Christian, do you think all black people should practice the Second Amendment? Most definitely. But understand the risk that you're taking because you're black. Again, this country want us to believe that we're equal, but we're not. And we have to proceed. I'm not saying be scared, but you have to be aware of what you are And do not fall for the illusion that you equal with white folk. Don't fall for that. And the fact that this country keeps continuing to use that mantra is bullshit. And we need to call them out on that. What y'all still doing pledging allegiance? Can somebody explain that to me? What are we still doing? You know, what are we still doing? This should not happen. We are not the same. We are not. We can argue as a matter of rights that we're supposed to be the same, but we're not the fucking same. So how are we still? All rise for the singing. You know, you can see it at sporting events in particular. You motherfuckers in the crowds and shit. Somebody coming out singing the Star Spangled Banner. I'm mad about that now. I'm not really mad, but I don't even think black people should be singing that shit. I don't give a fuck with Jennifer Hudson, Whitney Houston. I don't give. I mean, rest in peace. Not even rest in peace, Whitney Houston. See, I still gotta get out of the habit of saying that shit myself. I made a whole post about that shit because I don't feel like her death was right either. So I ain't gonna say rest in peace, but she's gone. But I don't care who it is. I don't think black people should be me singing that shit. Y'all better get some white folks saying that shit. I'm not singing that shit. Y'all get some white folks saying that shit. White folks standing up, they can stand up. I'm not standing up for this shit. You know. But again, we don't have no code. We don't have no code in any type of way. Joy725 says blacks need our own laws and land. Do you agree? Yeah, we need some shit like that, but it's not going to happen. You know, so sometimes we kind of spend a little time talking about stuff that's just not going to happen. We need it. Yeah, should be dope. Hell, you can get all these rich black folk to get together and come together and buy a whole damn state. But could we have a state where we blatantly was like, no whites allowed? Can't do that. Not on this idea that we're all equal. And white folk can't necessarily say no blacks allowed. They can't necessarily just do that. They can have that ideology by the time you get there, but you may not know, you know. So I think black people do need that, but it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be something that we actually get. In Africa, you're not going to get it either. They're raping Africa. I don't know what makes y'all believe that Africa is some type of fucking safe haven, but I don't understand that. I don't quite fully understand how we believe that based on history. They're not safe. It's not necessarily safe, a safe haven. You're not going to escape white supremacy. You're just not going to escape that. And in particular, above white supremacy, you're not going to escape classism. You're not going to escape the elite running the motherfucking world. They don't just run this country. Understand that. They run the fucking world because they've convinced us that we are weak and that we need them when it's the other way around. All it is to it, they run the world because we have fallen. We've fallen into the, you know, we've fallen. And our passion isn't towards them. It'll be towards each other. You know, they run the elite run the motherfucking world, yo. And they don't think about us in any type of way outside of being a money-making machine for them. That's all it is to it. Y'all already know it's 11 o'clock. So I got to get the fuck out of here, y'all. I want to say mad love to everybody that showed up tonight. I feel like we had a really good conversation tonight about this shit. I hope, I really, really hope people take into consideration some of the things that we discussed here tonight. And even if you need to make a change within yourself, I know it's hard, but even small changes, something, even you got to cook out for the 4th, fly your RBG flag. You know, you can start small, and we need to understand this shit. There will be no justice for Alton Sterling. None coming. Don't expect it. I don't give a fuck if they talk about the DOJ investigating. I don't give a fuck if they even will bring up charges against the 2 officers that did this shit. The 2 cops. 3 Ks. Same shit. Don't get this shit fucked up. Even if they bring charges against them, they're not doing no fucking time. So let's not even expect that. Let's not wait until the verdict is announced and we get re-mad. Fuck that shit. already know what the fuck's gonna happen. Let's start building towards understanding that we need to have a fucking code out here. We need to be building a code and stop letting people come out here and misrepresent us. For one, accept them still after they misrepresent us, and let people give us dumbass arguments to justify why we should be killed, why we have to act differently in this motherfucking system where we're supposed to be the same, where I'm taxed the same, where I work the same, but we're supposed to act differently. We have to stop letting these motherfuckers make us believe that that's even an acceptable argument to bring to black people. It's unacceptable. And we need to find us a motherfucking code. You don't gotta listen to me. I don't care who you get the message from. I don't give a fuck if it's Jesse Williams. I don't give a fuck if it's David Banner. I don't give a fuck if it's Umar. I don't care who it is. Get you some pride and knowledge about yourself and stand up for yourself out here and challenge everybody you know to come to where you are, instead of us continuing to hide in the shadows and be where everybody else is. Going to that 4th of July cookout when you know damn well that you don't fuck with that shit, but you going. It's a family thing. It's tradition. You still go. Understand the position you're in this country and the power that we can have if we stop participating in this bullshit with them. I'll see y'all next Wednesday. I'm not going to say rest in peace because I don't believe in that shit. I'm done with rest in peace. That's another program that we have to get away from. I'm done with rest in peace. That's not real. That's some religious, traditional indoctrination that we've received that we're supposed to say this shit. These people are not resting in peace. They're being murdered, taken out of life for no fucking reason. Ain't no peace in that shit. And ain't no rest in that shit. I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Mad love to everybody that showed up tonight. Y'all share this video everywhere. Everywhere you can. Show me some love on the shares. All right. See y'all next Wednesday. I'm out.